Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boxing Unlimited here once again, and today we're going to be talking about the fight coming up against Canelo Alvarez and William Scull. It's for the undisputed title in the super middleweight division, and but we're going to be talking about the tactics and the prediction in this fight. It's a very good fight on paper. This is supposed to be an easy fight for Canelo. To be honest with you, um, even though William Scull, no disrespect to him, is undefeated fighter, but the caliber of fighters is fought is not the same with Canelo. Canelo is arguably one of the faces of boxing in the history of boxing this period in time, and it's going to be a great fight. Um, Scull is a switch fighter, can fight on the southpaw and the orthodox style. Is undefeated. But the problem with Scull, it doesn't have the power to trouble Canelo. He's had only 9 knockouts in his career in 20-something fights or so, and it's a worry for Canelo because we know for him, not for Canelo. Sorry about that. It's a really worry for him because Canelo probably will walk through his punches depending on the way he fights. But having said that, I have to tell you the truth. Canelo lost to Mayweather, who is not a big puncher. He lost to Bivol, who is not a big puncher. The most important thing on how to beat Canelo is movement and placement of punches. Precise punching, accurate punching, movement, make him miss and make him pay, circle him, stick and move around, and then William Scull he has the physicality. He's a 6-footer. Canelo is just 5'7.5", 5'8" at most. And but Canelo packs a punch in both his hands. But having said that, I have to be honest with you. A lot of people said, I listened to a lot of people about this fight. They say Canelo is going to knock him out in 4 rounds or thereabouts, or before the end of the first stanza. But I've watched Canelo fight since after his fight with Plant. Has never knocked any person out. He will knock you down, but he wouldn't have the stamina to finish you or the punch power to finish you. Because as I said before in some of my videos, if you watch them, I'll tell you that the problem with Canelo is that after the operation on his hands, it's not been the same again. His punching power is not been the same. Though he can still throw those punches because he packs up on them, packs up on the punches. His left hook to the body is a disaster for anybody. It's astonishing. William Scull has to be very careful. He has to pay attention to the body punches because Canelo is a shorter opponent, is a shorter boxer. So the body will be a position from the body who will get to the head. We all know how Canelo fights. Canelo is a warrior, no doubt about that. I've said so many things about him because of what he does and represent. Canelo, to be honest with you, is a pound-for-pound fighter. Is one of them. Is on the list of the pound-for-pound, 10 pound for me, 10 pound pound-for-pound fighter. Sorry, is on that list, and I believe for William Scull to win Canelo, his work rate has to be very high. We saw Bivol do that. His movement has to be sleek, movement in and out. Do not go to a war with Canelo because Canelo has one of the thickest chin I've ever seen in boxing. Nobody can knock him out. But for him to knock William Scull out is going to be a problem. We've seen him put Mongoa down. We've seen him put Chalo down. We've seen him put Bamanga down, but he never knocked them out. That is because this things happened after the operation he had in his arms, after the fight with Plant. After that fight, Canelo's hands have not been the same, to be honest with you. So, if schools take that in, if he takes that in, it will have to be a problem for Canelo and work on it, and then move and stick and avoid body punches because Canelo has some body punches, a left hook to the liver, a straight left or right through the middle to the solar plexus. If Canelo catches him with that, it's game over. To be honest with you, Canelo is a man who can take punches We've seen him, he's tested, he's fought the like of Golovkin, fought the like of Bivol, Mayweather. What have you in boxing? Canelo has gone around boxing, you know. He's a very solid fighter. I do not take anything away from him. I won't take anything away from him. But to be honest with you, for him, for William Schools to beat Canelo, he has to pay attention to the distance, the gap, and the space. And if he uses it like that, it will create a problem for Canelo. But if he doesn't, Canelo will put pressure on him. We know Canelo will pressurize him, attack the body first, slow down his movement, you know, his work rate as well is going to be high. Canelo, body punch is key for Canelo, to say the least. And then the movement is key for Scull. William Scull has to be on the move all through for him to beat Canelo. And he has to let his hand go. I'll probably take the center of the ring if he can and drive and push Canelo back. But that is easier said than done because Canelo is a master in creating distance. He's a master in inside fighting. He's got an engine that is untouchable at the moment. But Schools is just a novice. You know, I'm not I'm not running him down, but he's the champion. He must have to pay respect to that as well. You know, it's not going to be easy for him. It's a very big fight, the biggest fight of his career. He has to fight. He has to put pressure on Canelo to make Canelo. The pressure and the combination of punches are key, and the speed. You know, the speed of William Scull will have to come up. It will show us Canelo is a little bit slow now, slower than he used to be, but he still packs a punch. He can take a punch. He's a thorough fighter, a thorough boxer. He's been there he's only had 2 defeats and 2 draws and 2 blemishes in his career. He's 62 fights, he's won in 66 fights. It's not an easy feat to do in boxing in these days. No, so for him to fight Canelo now, you can see the odds. If you look at the odds are low. The odds against Scull. In fact, they've given him no chance to win. But anything can happen in boxing. You know, we say upsets happen in boxing. It can happen to anybody. You know, no matter who you are. We've seen fights start this way, and the overwhelming favorite, you know, goes down before you know it in the first round, and then the end of the fight. We saw the Reicherman and Lewis in South Africa. We saw what happened there, you know. Oh, there's so many fights, so we don't rule out anything in boxing. Boxing, anything can happen. It does happen and will happen depending on the style this opponent or the person who is down the dog comes in with. If William Scull comes into the fight, you know, timid, try to survive, then Canelo will take him out, and maybe he will be on TKO. But I say, my prediction in this fight, to be honest with you, is that Canelo wins this fight. No doubt in my mind about that. By decision, it's not going to be a knockdown. It might knock him down. It might not going to be a knockout because these days, as I was explained previously, Canelo lacks the power or the style or the stamina to finish opponents because of the operation he had in his hands. I don't know if they did it the right way because we've seen the other day Brian Norman Jr. Knock out Cuevas in the second round after he's gone on the knife, on the surgery to correct the problems he had in his hands, which is made them delay the fight and postpone it for some time. Having said that, I have to be honest with you. This fight is going to be a bloodster. It's going to be a battle of styles once again. And Canelo, we know Canelo is one of the faces of boxing to be honest with you. And I don't think William Scull will worry him that much. I think he wins this fight by decision. Do have a nice day and God bless. And please do subscribe to the channel to make the channel grow. Thank you.